Hello everyone, my name is Aastha. I welcome you all to our classes for International English Olympiad for class 7th. Today is our 18th class in the series. We have sure come, a long way. Today we are going to do yet another topic, which is narration. For narration, we will be understanding direct speech and indirect speech, how to narrate the words spoken by another. We will be doing all this in detail, doing various rules as well, which step by step we will be understanding, and once you understand these rules, there is I'm pretty sure you won't be making any mistakes. So let's get started.
Okay, so what is reported speech? Reported speech refers to when we talk about what somebody else said. Okay, when we are telling someone else what someone else has said. Suppose you are telling your mother what happened in school and what your teacher said about something. So when you will tell your mother about what your teacher said, that will be reported speech. All right? Okay, so what is direct speech? Now, reported speech can be of two forms. Either you say and tell that thing directly. Let's see how. In the form of direct speech. Let's see. Direct speech repeats or quotes the exact words spoken. Now, when you are telling your mother about what your teacher said, you can either say the exact words that she has spoken. Let's see the examples. Like, she says, what time will you be home? So whatever she said, whatever that person we're talking about said, ye uske exact words हैं. These are the exact words she said. What time will you be home? Okay. And which means we are quoting them exactly. She, again example, she said, what time you will be home? And I said, I don't know. So you see, the exact words of this girl or this lady, she, and exact words of whosoever is speaking, exact words of this I. All right. For example, me. So when I'm telling that she said, what time you will be home? These were her exact words, and I said, I don't know. So I don't know. These were my exact words. So I'm quoting her and then I'm quoting me. All right. Another one. There's a fly in my soup, screamed Simon. So these were the exact words of Simon. We're repeating the exact words which Simon spoke. John said there's an elephant outside the window. So again, John is quoting. John's words are being quoted, all right, by whosoever is telling this. So this format where we repeat the words exactly as they were spoken, or we quote them exactly, then that is called direct speech. Okay, this is the first format. Alright, so the second format is the indirect speech. What is it? Reported or indirect speech is usually used to talk about the past. So what do? So we normally change the tense of the words spoken. Let's note here, we change the tense of the words spoken. And then what else? We use reporting verbs. Focus here, we use reporting verbs. Reporting verbs like say, tell, ask. What are these? These are reporting verbs. Now here we use these reporting verbs. What are these reporting verbs? These are the verbs which are used to report whatever has been said in the past. Alright, like say, tell and ask. And what else do? We may use the word that to introduce the reported words. Alright, now here you see we've talked about 2-3 things. I will explain them to you with examples. Let's see here. She said, I saw him. Now she said, I saw him. This is direct speech, which means these are the exact words, exact quoted words which were spoken by this person whom we are referring to as she. Okay, her exact words were, I saw him. So these words are in quotes and this is direct speech. But if we change this to indirect speech, how? She said that. Now we are introducing that, and we are using, as we said here, we may use the word that to introduce the reported words. Now we use the word that here, and after that we tell about whatever the reported words are. Whatever she said, now we are going to tell after using the word that. So she said that she had seen him. Now here you see what has happened for the tense. Had seen him. The tense has changed. Saw has been changed to had seen in the indirect speech. And for this, say, this is the reporting verb which is used, like said. Said, the past form of say. Reporting verb has been used. That has been used, and the tense has been changed. Alright. Now there is an option sometimes that you may omit that. That may be omitted. Like, she told him that she was happy. Can also be said as she told him she was happy. Although it's really a choice and depends from person to person and maybe syllabus to syllabus whether they choose to omit that or not. But in conversations, practically, yes, you may omit that sometimes, although it is preferable अगर आप that use करेंगे. Okay, so first was direct speech जिसमें हम exact words quote कर रहे हैं, but यहाँ indirect speech में we're talking about the past. So we change the tense, we use reporting verbs, and we also use the word that. Alright? So that's it. Now we have understood direct speech and indirect speech. Now we will move on to the next segment. Let's start. Okay, so now we will be talking about a 5-step approach for understanding direct and indirect speech, and like for converting from direct speech to indirect speech. First, what we have to do is define the type of sentence. Either it is a statement or a question or a command. Alright. Then, what tense is used in the introductory sentence? Which means we have to identify the tense. Third thing, do you have to change the person? Matlab, you have to change the pronoun. We have to check that. Then, do you have to backshift the tenses? Backshift the tenses, change the tenses, and present becomes past. Alright, backshifting of tenses. And last one, do you have to change expressions of time and place? So all these steps we will be discussing in detail. Let's start. So step 1, you have to identify whether it is a statement or it is a question or a command. Statement, when you're stating something like, I say, I'm a girl. Or questions could be, where are you going? Command could be like, sit down or close the door. Alright, commands and orders. So identify the sentence. किस तरीके का sentence पूछा जा रहा है? किस तरीके का sentence is in the direct speech? Alright. Now the next rule is, or next step is, the introductory sentence. Now the introductory sentence in reported speech can be in the present or past. Let's see how. If the introductory sentence is in the simple present, then there is no backshift of tenses. For example, अगर direct speech में हम कह रहे हैं, like Susan says this, that Mary works in an office. Okay. So reported speech में introductory sentence in the simple present अगर है तो Susan says that Mary works in an office. But अगर जो introductory sentence simple past में है, so it becomes Susan said that Mary worked in an office. Which means अगर introductory sentence simple past में है तो जो tense है उसकी backshifting हो जाएगी. Alright. Like introductory sentence क्या हुआ? जैसे ये Susan says that. ये है सिंपल प्रेजेंट में सुजन सेज, मतलब सुजन कहती है ये, ओके, वो रेगुलरली ये कहती है, मतलब उसका कहना ये है, सुजन सेज दैट, सिंपल प्रेजेंट में है, तो दैट मैरी वर्क्स इन एन ऑफिस, ओके। बट अगर हम पास्ट की बात बता रहे हैं कि सूजन ने ये कहा था, तो सूजन सेड दैट, वो कह चुकी ना, अभी भी थोड़ी ना कहती है, वो कह चुकी है ये बात, सूजन सेड दैट मैरी वर्कड इन एन ऑफिस। सो अगर हमारा इंट्रोडक्टरी सेंटेंस भी सिंपल पास्ट में है तो बैक शिफ्टिंग होगी टेंसेस की। बैक शिफ्टिंग ऑफ टेंसेस हम पढ़ेंगे अभी डिटेल में, बट जस्ट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, से प्रेजेंट है तो वो पास्ट हो जाएगा। सो हियर मैरी वर्क्स इन एन ऑफिस, ये सेम टेंस रहा। Here you see direct speech का ये tense same रहा, but in the simple past one, this one has back shifted and changed into past tense, which is Mary worked in an office. All right. So the second rule is about the introductory sentence. All right. So the next rule talks about the change of pronouns, change of persons / pronouns. Now, if there is a pronoun in direct speech, it has possibly to be changed in reported speech depending on the situation. For example, let's see direct speech में, if Susan, her exact words are, I work in an office. But in reported speech, Susan said that she worked in an office. That she. Now here I is changed to she, because now we're talking in third person, so I changed to she. All right, so this rule or this step talks about change of persons or pronouns. For example, if there is a male, you'll change it to he, that they to them, you know, that's how it is going to work. All right. Okay, so the next step we're talking about back shifting of tenses. If there is a back shift of tenses in reported speech, the tenses are shifted in the following way. Let's see, direct speech, if Peter said, I work in the garden, then in reported speech it will be, Peter said that he worked in the garden. So, simple present converted to simple past. Here is the table of the back shifting from direct speech to reported speech. The simple forms like simple present to simple past. Simple past to past perfect, present perfect also to past perfect, and past perfect will remain in past perfect. Alright, will changes to would. The progressive forms, they change as am, are, is changes to was or were, has been, it changes to had been. Alright, this is the back shifting of tenses. And when does back shifting of tenses take place? When the introductory sentence is also in the past tense. Alright. So now here, this is about conversion of the expressions of time and place. Like any times and place if we have referred to, that also gets converted in reported speech. Like this evening becomes that evening, today or this day becomes that day, these days becomes those days, now becomes then, a week ago referred to as the week before, last weekend, the weekend before or the previous weekend, next week is the following week, tomorrow gets converted to the next or the following day, here becomes there. So these expressions of time and place are also converted. Yes, that's all for the rules. Now let's move on. Alright, so now we will be moving towards the quiz, and these questions shall act as examples also and shall act as a test also. Right, brace yourself, let's move towards the next segment. Alright, so for the quiz, what we will be doing is, now every question you will be given 1 minute. 1 minute means 60 seconds. Why am I giving you 1 minute? Because you see, your question paper of IEO, it has about 50 questions, and so you can imagine that you get more or less a minute to answer the questions. Now this 1 minute is the maximum that you should be taking for answering the question. Now suppose there could be two, three categories of students. First category is, suppose you answer the question within that 1 minute. So I would request you to fast forward the video and skip right to the answer. You should not be wasting your time. Alright. Now the other students who are not able to answer the question in 1 minute, what you do, you don't skip to the answer. You pause the video and you write down your answer. Alright, it is very important to answer each and every question because there is no negative marking. Here you see, for every incorrect answer, no points, because there is no negative marking in IEO. So it is important that you attempt all the questions. Now for a question of which you are not sure about the answer, now even here and even in the exam, if you are not sure about the answer and you maybe think that B option might be correct or C option might be correct, so you should in that case play your luck and play your mind and make a guess and still give an answer, because it is a win-win situation. Either you will get the marks for that question or you will get a 0, right? But if you don't attempt that question at all, then you are anyway getting a 0 in that, right? So it is good to attempt those questions, and even if you don't know all the answers, try to understand and take a guess. Okay, so this is for every correct answer 10 points. This is just for your own little game where you can try to maintain a notepad. So here you write the name of the chapter and then the question, and then if it is correct you can give yourself 10 points. If it is not correct, you mark it here. So it is important to see these questions, the ones which you mark incorrect. It is important to go back to them later and then see where you did the mistake. Alright, this is just for your reference. For every correct answer you can give yourself 10 points. Alright, now let's start. Alright, so now we start off with the questions of narration. What do we have to do? We have to choose the indirect speech of the given sentences, which means we will be given a sentence in the direct speech and we have to choose the correct indirect speech formation of these sentences. Alright, let's start. Now here the sentence says, Mona said, I love oranges but my brother likes apples. So let's start by changing the speech. Let's see. Mona said, here we are giving that. Mona said that I. Now I is the pronoun that is being referred for Mona. So this will change into she. Mona said that she loved. Now this is the present tense. This will be back shifted into loved. Mona said that I loved oranges, but my brother. Here my, again a pronoun. This will change into but her brother likes. Again likes will change, back shift to the tense का, but her brother liked apples. Alright, correct answer is B. Okay, so the next question. Bones said, I have caught the thief just now. Let's see. Bones said, here we include that, that I have. Now I have caught. First of all, I, the pronoun will change into he. That he, now have caught, will change into had caught. That he had caught the thief just now. Now the expression of time changes into just then. So the correct answer is A. Boone said that he had caught the thief just then. Here, my brother said to me, when will you take me to the big mall? So here you see it's a question, so we can use asked, like my brother asked me. Here we'll not be including that. Why? Because it is a question and a statement. So my brother asked me, when will. Now will changes to would. When would you? You is who? You is the brother. So this will change into, you will change into I, because I am the person narrating. So my brother asked me, when would I take me? Me is who? Brother. So take him to the big mall. Alright. The correct answer is B. teacher said the higher you go, the cooler it is. Let's see, the teacher said that the higher you go. Now you go changes into past tense of the higher he went, and then the cooler it is. This one remains the same. The teacher said that the higher he went, the cooler it was. Alright, the correct answer is B. The teacher said that the higher he went, the cooler it was. Okay, now here the priest said the priest said, may you win the match. Okay, here this is a wish that the priest is making, so we can say the priest wished that, or maybe prayed that may you win the match. Okay, so here may changes into might, you will change into I, because I am narrating it, right? So the priest said that I might win the match. Said, not said. It's a prayer or a wish. We can say prayed or wish. Okay. So the priest prayed that I might win the match. Alright. So here the correct one is, here you see the correct one is B. The priest wished that I might win the match. Now here prayed would also have been correct, but here you see in the A option it's prayed, but here may has been changed to should, which is incorrect. That's why the A option is incorrect and we are choosing the B one. Alright. The gardener said, don't pluck flowers. So here you see the gardener. Alright, now if you see the options here, A, the gardener asked us not to pluck flowers, or B, the gardener forbade us from plucking flowers. Now both of these are formed differently, but both of these are correctly formed. So we can either say the gardener asked us not to pluck flowers, or we can also say the gardener forbade us from plucking flowers. So the correct answer is C, both A and B. Alright. Okay, now next. Rohan said, how can I learn all these answers? So here Rohan is asking a question. So we can say Rohan asked. Rohan asked what? Rohan asked how can I? Now can changes to could. So how could? Here I will change to he. So Rohan asked how could he learn all these? Now these changes to those. Rohan asked how could he learn all those answers? Alright. So the correct answer is B. Rohan asked how he could learn all those answers. Okay, here Vihan said to me, what is your name? Alright, so here Vihan asked me what is your name. So is changes to the past tense was, in your changes to mine. So it becomes Vihan asked me what my name was. So the correct answer here is D. Alright. Here Shirin will say, I do yoga in the morning. Okay. Now here Shirin will say. This one is in the future, so this introductory sentence stays the same. Shirin will say that she, here, do. Now first of all I changes to she, do changes to does. She does yoga in the morning. Alright, so the correct answer is here B. Shirin will say that she does yoga in the morning. This is because this is introductory sentences in the future, so we are not back shifting the tenses as such. Over here, the mother said to the baby, don't touch the fire. Here, this is sort of a warning, or we can also say the mother told the baby, or warned the baby. The mother told the baby we can say to or not to what? Touch the fire. Alright. So here the correct answer is A. Now here we're given want the baby not to touch the fire. This can also work, or we can also say told the baby not to touch the fire. But here warned is more suitable. Why? Because it is sort of a warning. Right. We can also say advised, but this seems more like a warning, so warned is fine. After all, warned is given in one of the options and advised is not. Okay, here the Met Office says it will rain heavily tomorrow. Now Met stands for meteorological, the one which tells us the weather. So the Met Office says it will rain heavily tomorrow. The Met Office says. Introductory sentence is in what? Is in the present tense. Alright. So here the tense will not backshift. So we will say the Met Office says that it will rain heavily tomorrow. Alright, so the correct answer here is A. Here, Brian said to Mandy, where is the market? Here, Brian is asking the question to Mandy, so we can say, Brian asked Mandy, where the market? So, where the market was. So, because backshifting of tenses, so we can say, Brian asked Mandy where the market was. So, here the correct answer is here, B. Brian asked Mandy where the market was. Alright. Okay, so here the monkey said, I have left my heart on the tree. So here the monkey said that I have left. So this will be back shifted, the tense will be back shifted, and I will change to he, that he had left. What? My heart. So it will change to his heart. Where? On the tree. The monkey said that he had left his heart on the tree. So the correct answer is C. Okay, here Mohit says I'm watching a movie. So here introductory sentence, Mohit says, this is what? It is in the present tense. So there will be no back shifting of tenses. You have to be careful about that. So Mohit says that here I am. This I will change to he. Mohit says he is watching what? A movie. So the correct answer is B. Mohit says he is watching a movie. Here, Ram said to me, are you going to Delhi? Is the question Ram is asking to who? To me. So I can say Ram asked me, are you going to Delhi? So if I was, because back shifting of tenses, I was going to Delhi. Alright, here the correct answer is D. This is the only one which has asked. So this has this is pretty easy. All the other sentences have said, told. Now here, since it is a question, so it is pretty easy to figure out. This one is going to be the correct answer. But you should also understand all of the concepts, like here the back shifting of tense and the changing of the pronoun. Alright. Okay, here choose the indirect speech of the given sentence. Yes, my mother said to me, are you listening to me? Okay, so my mother said to me. Again, this is the question. Sorry, it's not mother, sister. I'm so sorry. My sister asked me, what are you listening to me? So you will change to whom? To I, and me will change to like her, the sister, and then there will be back shifting of tenses. So it will be my sister asked me if I was listening to her. Alright. The correct answer here is again B. My sister asked me. This one, as I discussed in the previous question, again the only sentence which has the introductory sentence is asked. So this also gets pretty easy. Okay, here Geeta said, I cannot drive a car. So Geeta said that I cannot. I to Geeta, then cannot, change to could not, what? Drive a car. So the correct answer is here, yes, D. Geeta said that she could not drive a car. Alright, so with this we finish off with our questions on narration, reported speech. I hope you have understood the basic concepts. We look at the introductory sentence and then take care of the pronoun, the back shifting of tenses, the expression of time and place. Alright. Alright, so
That's all for our class on narration. I hope you have understood the basic rules. If you understand these rules and follow them step by step, all these rules, I'm pretty sure you won't be making any mistakes. You just have to take care of these details, of these particular nuances, and you anyway have to choose from 4 options, right? So it's not going to be a big deal if you follow these rules, if you follow all these rules. Alright, so keep revising them and keep learning. I will see you the next time. Thank you for watching.